Oh, I got to tell you, the great Voch Lombardi loves my countdown timers. He loves my countdown timers. It's time for another beautiful edition of Scoutcast. Jeff Kavanaugh and Voch Lombardi with you in your living room, your house, your car, your wherever you're at. Maybe you're in the basement. Maybe you've been banned. Maybe your wife got mad at you. Girlfriend kicked you out of the house. Don't worry, we got you. Hey, Voch, what's happening?
Jeff just lied to you. I can't stand that goofy ass countdown timer, but it's cool.
You love it.
Don't you dare worry about it. Hey man, we just wanted to feed the streets with a little bit of Scoutcast tonight. We ain't doing nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Got a little whooping last Sunday, but we still got work to do. You know what I mean? So Vacha, brother Jeff coming to bless y'all with whatever y'all had. So I hit the Twitters today. I hit the community page. I was just asking some questions and I reached out to the people and I was like, hey, what the hell y'all want to talk about? And they gave us a few. I skipped plenty of them. Because some of y'all questions be extra, some questions be the same damn thing. But if it's interesting enough, we gonna keep it. But I'm gonna ask my question first because I got seniorities and priorities. You know what I'm saying, brother Jeff? This is more so of a next season question, and we shouldn't be talking about next season.
Next season.
I know, Jeff, but it's projecting because Jabril got hurt. It's just projecting. You know how we get with money and not holding on to people, right? I'm assuming there's going to be a hole at will linebacker, and if we don't pay J. Ron, there's going to be a hole where J. Ron once was. With the new how football is going and evaluating draft picks and their special set of skills, do you use Jabril Cox as a J. Ron Curse type guy next year, or as a like Keanu Neal type guy next year? I'm curious as to his role.
And what are you saying? Like more of a like?
Is he going to be more of a full-time will linebacker kind of guy, or is he a guy that's going to do strong safety things, box safety things, and will linebacker?
I would guess Will. I would guess Will linebacker. That's what I would guess. And I would also say that as we get closer to that, and when we get to that point, we're going to realize that they are going to keep some of their guys. It's just a matter of which ones. Like with guys like J-Ron Curse,
Sure.
Keanu Neal, Leighton Vander Esch, I bet at least one of those is kept. And because it's the Cowboys, what'll determine is out of who is kept. Like if Dan Quinn's like, oh, I'd like to have Keanu back. You know what? I kind of like Leighton too. Then what the Cowboys will do is say, which one has a worse market, who's cheaper, and then they'll keep that one. And then they'll do the same thing with like all three of the safeties, KZ and all them. Like they'll keep probably 4 or 5 free agents to be, and they'll do whoever's the cheapest. But I think Jabril ideally will be the will linebacker, and we can play Parsons at the mic if we have to. I'd rather just have him rush the passer though.
I was just thinking that is so interesting how much we've changed on J. Ron Curse, because I know there's been 2 phases in your life where you wasn't fooling with J. Ron Curse, and that was college and Detroit. And I was kind of going through that same little deal with him, but he got here, and we had a bad game last week. But if we don't be prisoner of the moment Cowboy fans and just look at this thing as a whole, J. Ron Curse is way past what we expected from him. You see what I'm saying? So
For
just
sure.
in my mind, I would love to bring him back. I just know how we get busy. Plus, I know Randy's gonna want some big bank, tap my pockets. So I'm just looking for like, what guys will or will not be here. Like I don't expect Connor Williams to be here. I don't expect Brent Urban to be back. Carlos Watkins may not be back, but I think J. Ron Curse is a guy that could hold us down on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think you prioritize it based on what they do and how hard it is to find what they do, right? Randy Gregory is priority 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Sure.
We're rushing the passer. That's the dude. When it comes to guys who you're talking about, like, is he a linebacker? Is he a box safety? You want guys that you like. You want guys that are good, but they don't fall in the same category as Randy, MF, and Gregory. Randy's going to get his $15 million a year, and Steven better pay it, or Steven's an idiot.
Fair enough. Naeem dropped a dub in my super chat because we're better than Jeff's side. He says, salute, thank you again for the content, sirs.
Sorry? Naeem dropped a dub in the super chat and said, for the golf and puppy treat fund, thank you for the content, sir. So I think our sides are equal. Our sides are equal. And by the way, if you are new to this, if you're new to Scoutcast, I am Jeff Kavanaugh, 105.3 The Fan, the Cowboys flagship from 2 to 7 Monday through Friday, as well as right here on youtube.com/Jeff Kavanaugh. Twitch, I'm looking for you to follow me on Twitch, Jeff Kavanaugh. I'm looking for you to follow me on Facebook. I got to get to 10K. I'm at 9.5. I got to get to 10K. I'm at 9.5. And this is Voch Lombardi, the champion of Cowboys YouTube, the grandmaster of Cowboys YouTube. Everybody else is just chasing after him and trying to get the scraps. So if you're over here, make sure you're over there as well.
Jeff, I'm thankful that we're having this conversation. This is my sad piano music because I thought I was better, but I just want to thank everybody from Jeff. So I thought I was better, but me and Jeff are actually equal. So I appreciate everybody's coming over to my little humble channel, man. Shouts out to Naeem for holding both of us down, but I am indeed not better. Anyway, but yeah, appreciate shout outs, Jeff, and all that kind of stuff. Let me ask you another question, brother Jeff. We got the Falcons coming up next. I would love to think that we're gonna beat the shit out the Falcons. That's just how I feel. But you got to work for all yours. But everybody's kind of asking because I think this can go a lot of ways. I think it can only go two ways. What do we do with Kyle Pitts? Some people saying throw Parsons on him. Parsons is the 4-3 guy. Some people are saying J-Ron Curse because J-Ron Curse is the tight end run around with guy. I think there's only two real options we can look at for covering Kyle Pitts. I need my war call. Oh my God, this would be perfect for it. But the only guys that can cover Kyle Pitts is one, Trey Diggs, because Trey Diggs is your cornerback number one, and Kyle Pitts ain't a regular tight end. You look at him like a wide receiver one. And the only other person that I would pick to cover Kyle Pitts is one that covered him in college. You know what I'm saying? Boss man Fat, is he healthy now? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What we doing, Jeff?
I remember Boss Man Fat covering him. I also remember him scoring a touchdown on Boss Man Fat, super long touchdown.
It's bound to happen. Go ahead.
So Kyle Pitts so far this season, I'm looking at this, has lined up 107 times at tight end, 290 times at receiver. 170 of those are in the slot, 120 of those are out wide. So Kyle Pitts is a wide receiver. Treat him as a wide receiver. I believe it is Trayvon Diggs. I don't know if that's the way they will do it. That's the way I would like to see them do it, especially on a team that doesn't have a wide receiver that's a big threat, with Calvin Ridley dealing with his mental health stuff. I mean, their number one receiver right now is technically what? Olamide Zaccheaus? I think that's their number one wide receiver. So, and the other thing is that I also want to point this out. Atlanta is not a punk right now. Sure. Atlanta is not a punk right now.
They're in the playoffs.
I know Voch got you going 7. Voch has you going 17-0. Now that you've lost 2, Voch has you going 15-2. I'm going to shout out to what Mina Kimes posted this morning. Matt Ryan over the last 5 weeks, number 1 in the league in QBR, number 2 in the league in CPOE, completion percentage over expected, 3rd in first down rate. Like, Matt Ryan has actually kind of got it going, and Kyle Pitts is a baller. They don't have a ton of dudes on that team that you worry about, but they're somehow managing to play well. Grady Jarrett's a baller. A.J. Terrell is a baller. Cordero Patterson's a baller. They got some dudes on the O-line. Atlanta is not a punk. Do not assume you're going to whoop Atlanta. Voch.
Well, see, this is my thing, though, brother Jeff. I go into every fight respecting all opponents. They should be respected, but we just so much better in my mind. We should win. You know what I mean? We just gotta take care of the business. I 100% respect what you're saying, man. Kyle Pitts is the number one guy, so it's only right that we put our number one guy on their number one guy, unless we put Boss Man Fat on him. And this would be a good time to really open up the floor and see what we get from Kelvin Joseph, right? Because it's not like there's some big separation where, oh well, Kyle Pitts is in his NFL body, and that was 3 years ago when they covered these people. Like, they both are in the same kind of rookie year trajectory type situation. So if Kelvin Joseph has success on him, I think this would be a good time to, kind of get some of that going. And then you could take Trey Diggs and put him on one of the lesser guys and possibly shut them down. Then you can get creative with the other little stuff. No offense to J-Ron Curse, but J-Ron Curse gets beat by regular tight ends sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So when they run Hurst out there, the other tight end, then put Curse on Hurst. But for Pitts, we need one of the corners on that fella.
Yeah, I don't think Curse is athletic enough. I'm going to shout out to my guy Formula, who is always up in the super chat. Party at Jeff's this weekend, boys. There is a real weird thing going on my channel where people keep pretending there's a party at my house. There is not a party at my house. There's not. There's not a party at my house. Unless I get to 50,000 subs and 200 subs on Twitch and 15,000 followers on Facebook. Gallimore and Osa play at the same time, even though they're both 3 techs? Sure. Unless the team starts running it down your damn throat, because then you got to adjust, because neither one of them is necessarily your big boy. But sure, yeah. You can play D tackle as a D tackle as a D tackle if you want to, and just put your two best D tackles out there. And if they start running it down your throat, then you have to do something and change it up and take Neville's ass off the field and put a fat boy out there. But sure, you can put them out there a little bit together. And Anna Ball in the super chat. I'll be looking for the Cowboys to drop a 40 burger versus the Falcons. I'm still sick from last Sunday.
40 burger freestyle. Yo, Jeff, I told you that I was better because Naeem came back.
Naeem!
With another dub. He says, you good. All right, cool. So Naeem came back with another dub. Then he dropped a third dub, Jeff. A third dub. Do you think a shift in the O-line configuration with Williams at left tackle, Zach Martin at left guard, Biotish McGovern?
Well, hold on. We're doing a lot. Hold on. Who's going where?
Okay, so it's basically
Williams at left tackle?
Williams, Biotish at guard,
McGovern at center?
Shit, hold on, Jeff. Wait a minute, because this don't look right.
Where's Martin?
Timeout. Do you think there's a shift in the O-line configuration with Williams at left tackle, Martin at left guard, okay, Biotish at center, McGovern at right guard, and LC at right tackle? Do you think that's the thing?
No. Because I can't even repeat back what he just said.
It's basically Connor Williams at left tackle. We move. This is the weird part, but we move Zach to the other side to put McGovern at right guard.
Okay, basically. So the only reason that I could, I can't understand it, but the only reason that I could almost kind of sort of understand it is because they do think McGovern's best spot is right guard. So if we're prioritizing Connor McGovern on our offensive line and he's our most important guy, then he would go to right guard and Zach and then Connor. No, the only possibilities you have, and shout out to Big Mac in the super chat. I appreciate you, buddy, for the party at Jeff's. There's not a party at Jeff's, but I certainly appreciate you.
I mean, people keep saying it. I mean, come on, man.
By the way, leave in the chat how many receiving yards is CD gonna have this weekend? I need that in the chat because the algorithm. I need it for the algorithm. The only other possibilities at offensive line is you could flip them, Lyle and Steele. They're not going to. But you could, or you put in Ty and Secchi because really on this roster, it's funny. So I did a little research. I talked to some people. Got sources, right? So I went to some sources and I found out what's happening because what's happening is Lyle Collins is a right tackle on this team. I know there's a groundswell of he's not better than Terrence Steele. My ass. Lyle Collins is better than Terrence Steele today, yesterday, every day. So Terrence played good enough at right tackle that basically they didn't want him to feel like they were benching him. So when they needed a left tackle, they put in their backup right tackle, even though Secchi is the backup left tackle. They have two backup tackles, not a swing tackle. Terrence ain't a swing tackle. But they thought he had earned the right to stay on the field, so they let him play on the field, even though he's not really the backup left tackle, and they're going to let him do it again. That's what's going to happen. I'd probably put Secchi in.
But now that Leal done touched the grass, it's a wrap for cousin Terrence. He's just gonna go back on to the bench, which is fine though. There's nothing wrong with that because Tyron lays down and get hurt every single year. Like Leal, whatever. Like we need as many guys. Most teams ain't got 3 good offensive linemen that they feel real good about. We got 6 and a possible. Terrence still playing left tackle is possible. Him playing right tackle is cool.
Did you just make a Spades reference?
Yes,
6
sir.
and a possible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Melon. We got 6 and a possible that we feel really good about. You know what I mean? And we don't want Steele and McGovern on the bench. You know what I'm saying? That's why we put them at fullback. Jeff, which is so interesting because as offensive line guy, I kind of noticed this. You know that next time you watch film and they at fullback, don't look at them as a fullback. Just look at them as another guard that they run combos with, and it'll blow your fucking face, Jeff.
Well, dude. I don't know if we talked about this, but I talked about doing it more. Like, honest to God, because all you're doing is you have an extra offensive lineman just lined up in a different spot. They do this with running backs too, where they'll line up the running back in pass pro and they'll walk him forward into a gap. So like you can play with a 6th offensive lineman that's not on the line of scrimmage, is in the backfield instead, because all it's doing is giving him time to adjust to see who fucks up and what he needs to do. I wouldn't mind running 7 of them. More like, and then you could do Pollard or Zeke and Dak, and then you go Amari and CD. Because if I am in that formation, how many dudes are you putting in the box?
Good luck to you.
All of them.
Good luck to you.
Right. Like you're going to play man defense. Because if you don't, I'm running the ball. And if you do play man, Good luck. It's Amari and fucking CD.
We actually did that.
Dude, this is the future.
We actually did that in Minnesota. Like we put Lael and a Lil Connor in the backfield, and they just assumed we was gonna run it. Oh, we threw it. We just had a max protection. It's just kind of whatever. And what made me notice that, Jeff, is that they didn't like if it was a fullback, they'll never let the fullback run straight to a D lineman. They'll never do that. But the combo kind of creases a little, you know what I'm saying, like at a different little pace or whatever, and the cutback is always there because your front side guard always gets to the next level because, I don't have to worry about this D tackle here. That's what this fat kid in the backfield is for. And the shit's brilliant. Shouts out to Philbin and Kellen Moore for figuring that shit out. And, shouts out to Terrence Steele for being a fullback, his new little job being a fullback.
I'd like to shout out to Naeem for swinging back through. Okay,
you got to keep doing all this shit.
I'd like to shout out to Naeem, and that looks like, is that a picture of him playing golf in the picture? We got to play golf. We got to play together.
I ain't rich, man. I ain't gonna be worried about that.
I got to go get it fitted for a new driver. Got to go get a new driver.
Let me say,
while I have a job, I got to spend money while I have a job because when I lose it, I won't be able to spend money. So I got to spend it now.
You can't talk shit about the company and you're gonna post this video on the website, Jeff. Man, come on.
This is not going on the website.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
My live things don't go on the website. My recorded things go on the website.
Before we get to the next question, you look pretty dapper though, brother Jeff. You got your shit slick, you know what I'm saying? Your pimp name slick back shit.
Yeah, I actually just took my hat off because I was like, why not let it flow a little bit? I just took my hat off. Yeah.
Got your little you got your little sports thing on you.
That's because I was in a hurry. I walked inside. Actually, my car rolled away. Thankfully, somebody knocked on the door. Somebody stopped my car from running away. Apparently, I was in enough of a hurry to get here and do this video before I leave that I left my car in neutral. So somebody knocked on the door as I was sending you the invite to this chat, and I went out there, and there was a lady at the door, and she said, "Hey, your car's rolling away right now. My husband has stopped it," and it was in front of the neighbor's house, and I had to go get my car. So really, I was just in a hurry. I'm hot as shit. I need to take this off.
He is that excited to come chill with Voch, man. We love it. We love it. Elgene 254 drop 5 in super chat says, "I want to see the original 5. Smith, Williams, Tyler, Mardlea, at least one game or two before we claim the best 5. Also, too, we just can't be impatient here because both tackles had a bad game or whatever, right? So we just can't say just because both guys had a bad game that Terrence can't do left tackle and that Lael is washed at right tackle because Lael's only played 2 games in 500 days or something like that. Let that man get his feet back under him and he'll get back to Pro Bowl form. His first half wasn't great. He was kind of slow with his hands, missing with his hands. We started running the football a little bit. He just kind of mauled people. You don't need too much technique, just mauling people. And his hands got better towards the end of the game. So let Lael rock. And in terms of Terrence, it was actually the opposite for him. Terrence got worse in the fourth quarter. So, hopefully
that wasn't good.
Yeah, hopefully we'll just take this game, this anomaly of a game, because Connor Williams and Biotis somehow did well when everybody else couldn't. We'll take this game and move on to the next game. And if still is bad for the next game, you'll never see him at left tackle again.
Yeah, and how about Tyron Smith stop getting hurt? Trying to ruin my damn team. We fought through 5 million injuries. The only one I can't fight through is the left tackle, Tyron. Come on now.
Can't do it. That's the one
we
can deal with. Jeff, could you just tell my good people, because they may not have tuned in the previous episodes, whatever, but tell them the Michael Gallup impact. What does he do for your offense? We love Cedric Wilson. He did a great job while he was here. Give him a great big hug. But it's time for Gallup to come back. Tell us why.
Well, actually, and Cedric has a little chest thing right now. Has a chest thing, but he should be fine. In my opinion, Gallup helps you a lot because Gallup can play X. So if you picture the offense, I don't want to assume everybody knows everything about football, right? Whichever side the tight end goes to, whichever side the other side of that is where the X goes, and the X lines up on the line of scrimmage, not 1 yard back, but on it, which means the corner can stand right there and punch you in the throat as soon as the ball snapped. And Gallup can go do that. He can go wrestle with those people, which means that beat up ass Amari Cooper doesn't have to be doing that. He can have a yard to get his release. CeeDee Lamb can go in the slot and destroy. I think Gallup frees you up to put everybody in a better place. And you still have Cedric. It's not like he's not going to play. He's just not going to play nearly as many snaps. And Gallup's going to get his job back for the most part, is what I think.
Have Man Have Go says, was the run defense so bad because of the Brent Urban injury? There's a lot of things that was floating around the the Twitter machine, just different places, they were saying that, oh, our interior D line let us down. I actually think our interior D line played a damn good game, whether it be Carlos, Justin, especially Osa, because Osa's just a man child. His peanut butter body gonna be strange. But your ends kind of let you down. What you laughing at, Jeff?
The peanut butter buddy.
Peanut butter body is gonna be different.
Yeah, Golston guessing and getting washed down, and yeah, your ends did not do you any favors in the run game.
Parsons getting up field a little bit too much and not really setting his edge or whatever. That really, and when you look at all the big runs that the guys had, they were always on the outside. They were always sweeps, and they would end up in the numbers, or they'll be hitting B gap or something because we didn't close that thing down too much. So I don't think we need interior D line help to help with the run game. I think when D Law comes back, that's just some of the shit that he'll be great at. So that's just that. Jeff, you had a comment?
Yeah, because once upon a time it was like, oh, do you really even need D-Law? Do you need, like, people got really excited about good results. You can get excited about good results all you want to, but always be excited about kick-ass players coming back. It's a good thing. Formula for the pool fund. I think CD Amari and MG have a bounce back game this week. Yes, because as Kellen, Dak, and McCarthy have all told you, the copycat league thing, excuse me, it is a real thing. People will try to copy what they think can stop your offense.
Make me sick, bro.
And if you
make me sick,
right, that's fine. Fangio can say whatever he wants. If you think that playing man defense against the Cowboys is going to be now, and they didn't, they played what you would call man switch, but whatever. If you think that the solution against the Cowboys is 8 in the box and man defense against the wide receivers, you're going to get your ass torched. And Dak just played the worst game of his life. Dak is not going to play the worst game of his life again. It's not going to happen. Mike Fisher is my dope dealer. Would have been more concerning if we lost like that to a contender. Spread love. Love you and Voch. Thank you, Mr. Dope Dealer. El Gene. Showing love to your channel. Also, Gallup is your high point guy. I think CD can do that, but Gallup is your and I didn't even mention that. Gallup is kind of the bombs away down the field guy that they like to just jack it down there too. People are telling me my frequency is bad. I'm sorry if it is. Raymond Brown in the super chat. I appreciate you. And the dude who said, does NAMI work, Jeff? NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Yes, NAMI works. They've helped my family. NAMI is great. They do group setting therapy that is free of charge. And it is peer-led by people who once upon a time went in there as somebody who needed help. And now they are one of the leaders of it. And they offer education stuff for family and friends who don't know how to help you deal with a mental illness. And they do all that shit for free. So, yes, it works.
Love it. Love it to death. Shouts out to Okoye Media, one of my constituents, one of my cohorts, one of my co-workers. God damn it. He says, I like that question about Cox too, Voch. I think you're on to something in terms of we can put him anywhere. I mean, because to be fair, we're not thinking about this now because we're beating the shit out of people, but draft time comes around. Nothing stops you from drafting another linebacker because you got so many dudes that can do other things. So just draft one of them dudes anyway and move on.
Oh, I think they just need to remember what's worked so well for him in the draft. You got to remember that in today's NFL, you want people who can do multiple things, right? If your roster says that Jabril Cox should play some safety, great, play some safety. What has worked really, really well for them is, the best player available is a wide receiver. I guess we'll take him.
Sure.
The best player available is a linebacker. Guess we'll take him. Second round, the best player available is a corner. I guess we'll take him. Trayvon Diggs. Don't stray too far from that unless best available is just a terribly stupid idea.
Yeah.
Like it's a quarterback. Like you're like, well, obviously that's not going to happen. Or a running back, which doesn't matter. So you're like, okay, not going to do that. But don't stray too far from it. Pick the best dudes. Those picks will work out.
Too soon to talk about draft, though, because we beating the shit out of people. And I don't know nobody, but I heard the draft will be trash this year. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of butt.
I don't know. Regular Cheerios or Honey Nut Cheerios? What are you, a serial killer?
Honey Nut.
Is this a question? Yeah, this ain't no damn question about the fuck around.
Yeah, Honey Nut. Yeah. But Apple Jacks are better than both. And Fruit Loops are better than both of those. And Frosted Flakes are great. And so is Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Lucky Charms.
Hey, man, grow up, man. Mike Fisher is my dope dealer. Dropped a deuce in the super chat. Says Javonte Williams, though. Baller. He was on my fantasy team, but boy, I ain't want to win like that.
I've told people going into this week, like, that is the one thing that dude does is he breaks tackles. If you're going to do that dumb shit where everybody's attacking the ball and nobody's trying to tackle, dudes who break tackles are going to run through that shit.
Yeah, man. You know, they wasn't watching North Carolina film with us, though, Jeff. They weren't.
That's true. That's cool. True.
Cowboys' chances of getting the 1 seed. That's Manuel Casillas. What you think, Jeff? You think we got a chance to get the 1 seed?
I would say low. I think the Cowboys will be the 2 or the 3 seed if I had to guess. Tampa's got a super easy schedule and a good team. I think Tampa's in a good spot. Arizona has a better record than you, but I do think that they're not fraudulent, but they're not as great as their record would indicate. I think for me, Tampa is the front runner. And other than that, it's like a 3-horse race with Green Bay, Dallas, Arizona. So no, the odds are you won't. But damn it, I want you to try.
I'm setting you off because Naeem dropped 100 in my goddamn. Where my shit at? My shit at? Jeff got 1-2. Fuck it. Play it again. Play the butt. Play the butt. We having a party up in here.
Naeem is the MVP of the evening.
Play that shit again. What's wrong with y'all?
Voch, it's time to get rich. You got to play golf. You got to go golfing with Naeem.
Black people don't play golf. Yeah, they do. So yeah, y'all got to teach me how to play golf and shit because I don't think broke black people play golf. So y'all got to teach me how to play. Yo, Naeem, I know you about to move on to Isaiah Machaka. I love Isaiah Machaka to death. I love you to death, Isaiah. I'm sorry. But Naeem, thank you, sir. You really done an incredible job this evening on Scoutcast. Me and Jeff are eternally grateful for what you're doing, for what you've contributed to this channel. Appreciate you, Isaiah. We love your $5 super chat too. Don't think we ungrateful. We just got to show love to Naeem. But Isaiah, appreciate you too. Go ahead, Jeff.
Naeem, Baby Yoda, and I are eternally grateful for the contribution to the driver. I love you. I love everybody that watches. But those of you that got the ability to throw it around, but I love everybody. Isaiah, let's see. For Senor Hef, is Tyron's replacement on the team, or do we just keep dealing with his injuries and leave it to Steele?
Draft O-line every year, player.
Yeah, because if you had to guess, I'm going to guess Josh Ball is not your future left tackle. Just a guess.
Jeff definitely don't like Josh Ball being future left tackle. So we probably had to draft a dude.
And I'm going to guess. I'm just going to guess that it ain't going to be him.
And this is my whole thing, and it come back to the Rashawn Slater thing, Jeff, is when you have an opportunity to draft tackle like that, I think you should, because if you're going to be winning ball games, you're not going to have a whole bunch of opportunities to draft an elite tackle like that. See, tackle don't work like guards. You can find like 5th round guards that are good, but tackles, them dudes normally like top 15 cats, and if it ain't them, it's going to be hard to find them cats unless they gun under the seat guy or like lazy guy like Darisaw or something like that. So I think it's going to be a hard time finding like an elite tackle dude moving forward. So we might need to hold on to Tyron Smith unless we trade some picks or something. You know what I mean?
That's the hard part, is when you got a Pro Bowl left tackle on a team-friendly deal, and it's like, hey, but when he gets hurt, I really need somebody. And you're like, yeah, I know, but what am I going to do? Use a first-round pick? And then my first-round pick, if he doesn't get hurt, is going to watch him play football? So it's weird. It's really weird. But they could have picked Rashawn Slater if they wanted to. They just decided not to. Shout out to Brian in the super chat. Appreciate you both. Had to withstand the Falcons' attack early. We will dominate as the game continues. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it.
DJ's World Drop 5 says Fangio can step on his great grandkids' Legos. Damn. We need to start building momentum for January. 100%, Mr. Wolf. Appreciate you. Brian Gaines dropped the 5 and says, appreciate you both. Have to withstand Falcons. You just told him that, but I appreciate you though, for dropping on both sides. And that little Y with a line through it, that's yen. So Seamus Rwanye dropped 500 yen in my super chat. He says, shouts out to Voch and Jeff. Don't usually catch y'all live because I'm holding it down for Cowboys. In Japan, it is goddamn yen.
Let's go.
Japanese is yen that I'm carrying. Appreciate you, sir.
Steven on Twitch said, what does gifting a sub do? Well, it gives somebody a sub, and that's in the channel watching right now. Somebody would be subscribed to the channel, which means they would have access to the emojis and all that shit. And it's fun. It's fun. KG1053, is that Kevin Gray? Gives Jeff money and someone a sub. Yes. So shout out to all my people. I want you to follow me on all the things: YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Am I missing anything? Shit, I don't know. Just
I wasn't done with Seamus with your rude ass because he just dropped some international yen on my shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all dollars and subs is cool. I got yen in my chat box if you don't mind. I'm gonna read it all the way from the beginning because he deserves it. Shouts out to Voch and Jeff. Usually catch y'all live because I'm holding it down for Cowboy Nation in Japan. Jeff, they got real live anime mascots over there and a 20-foot Gundam over there. Chill. 15-2 until somebody proves us otherwise. Thank you, Seamus, for holding us down with the 500 yen and the goddamn Final Fantasy currency and holding us down in Japan. Appreciate you, sir. And I got one more. Damn, Cowboy Posey. He says, much love, fellas. Is there a decent versatile tackle coming out in the 2020 draft?
We don't know.
But the 2020 draft just happened. So Rashawn Slater would be a very versatile tackle, but the Chargers got him. And I just want to give another shout out to Naeem, man. Like, just once again, dropping
Naeem
100 over there, bro. Just another shout out to you.
What's in the fucking box?
I was just hitting buttons.
Yeah,
I think that
shit. Yeah,
I think that was my "What's in the box" button.
hit all that shit. But go ahead, though, Jeff. Did you have something else?
No, I didn't have anything else to say. I don't think. I think I was done. I think I'm literally done.
Was talking about the 1 seed.
I don't think they're gonna get the 1 seed. I'm sure Voch does because Voch is a very optimistic man.
100%. But Jeff, we better than everybody else, and we play the Cardinals at the end of the year. So if that's the qualifying game, cool. The Saints aren't going to be in the race very long, fooling around with Trevor Siemian and all that. And we don't know how many games Aaron Rodgers missed. Probably none. That's how life works. But everybody losing kind of kept us in the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I feel pretty good about that. We can get there, man, because just as easy as Tampa Bay's schedule looks kind of weird, ours looks approachable also. So
pretty easy.
Oh, they're gonna have to show me, brother Jeff. We in that fight, man. Jeff got to leave pretty soon, man. So Jeff, is that all you have for us, man?
We went over 30 minutes. I'm calling that a win. I just wanted to put out some sort of content. Wanted to make sure that the people who are like subscribed on Twitch and following on Facebook and following on YouTube and all that have something to watch, something worth their while. Let them know they're appreciated. And I wanted to catch up with Voch because I hadn't caught up with Voch this week. And the people like to see Voch and I party. Appreciate the gifted sub, Steven Seagal. Appreciate it. Badass.
Let me just tell you how much me and Jeff are like friends in real life. Like, me and Jeff met up and we didn't talk about work. Like, we didn't talk about football. Like, we got in each other's business. Like, that's how me and Jeff friends for real.
Yeah.
I love Jeff, man. So
yeah.
Appreciate you, my guy. Isaiah Menchaca with the diamond. The super chat says digging down deep in the cartel funds. That's an inside joke on our channel because anybody whose last name is Menchaca, they chop pinky fingers off because they owe people money. So appreciate you, Isaiah, reaching into the cartel's money just to hold us down on the super chat side of things on Scoutcast, sir. I think that's all we got unless Jeff was looking at his phone for something. That's all we got?
Nope. I'm good. I'm rocking and rolling. Remember to hold it down for the
Doski Woski
and the Peetsky Whiskies.
Everybody on my side, Jeff Kavanaugh on all platforms, specifically his YouTube. We need to get him right. If you're not following him on his Facebook, he needs to get to a certain threshold of followers on his Facebook so we can live our financial freedoms out, to live our creative freedoms out. So go check him out on his Facebook and follow him on Twitch also because all those numbers mean something. I'm Voch Lombardi on Twitter, VOCHLOMBARDI. If there's anybody from Jeff's world that wants to know what I do, I talk a lot of shit. I break down film. We do a lot of smart football talk over here. We just happen to celebrate a little harder than the analytic people do. Hey man, love people, bro. Don't be bullies. Don't be assholes, dog. You gain nothing being bad to people. You never know what somebody's going through. You know what I'm saying? So just try to be nice to people, dog. It costs you nothing to wave and say hello and just not be a dick. All right? With that
Don't be a dick.
Me and Jeff love you. Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski Peetsky Whiskey, man. We gone.